I wonder if that's going to get us kicked off.
It's not licensed. It's royalty free. So
Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah, we're live with that musical lead in. Good afternoon, ladies and germs. As you can see, this is Goddammit Zach, but there is no Zach here. This is going to officially be Goddammit Ian McGarty time.
I am Zach Glazar.
Yes,
Glazar.
Ian went to Arizona and consumed Zach and is now using all of his memories to be the host.
Just his heart. Just his
Just
heart.
just the heart.
I sent his loins to Tullus.
As one does. Today with no Zach, we're having pirate radio, so there are no rules. There is no rules. I don't know what the proper vernacular is for that. Ian, can you guide me on that?
I go there be no rules.
There be no rules. Hey, we have Kim George and a Jennifer Glazar. Any relation to a Zacton Glazar?
I would like to say that I advocated for Jen Glazar to also be on here, but YouTube contacted the channel and requested that not occur again.
Yeah, that was one or both of our two strikes against us. And normally, when we would assume there are two strikes against this show, it would be me and Zach running it. That should be the two strikes, but it was for parlay. Look at all these people coming in. It's got to be because we have a special pirate guest, Ian McGarty, because all these people don't show up for the regular show at all.
It's my regular entourage.
All right. So we're going to talk some small publisher concerns on this episode. Wow. It just said, oh, man, YouTube is being freaky. It just said we got kicked off and then not. So anyway,
Psych.
yeah.
It's because we got rid of Jen. They're like, oh, she's not actually there. She's
Oh,
not
yeah.
in the studio.
Yeah, no, it was just the hint of Glazer. Yo, it's doing it again because she just commented. Oh,
Uh-oh.
heinous. Anyway, let's talk about this. This is a zine that is coming out very soon. Ian, can you speak about the timeline for this before we get into why it's being done?
Yeah. So this is at this point we're final edits, which you can see. We've got a couple placeholders in for some text, and we're at like our 57th person editing, because this is a project with a lot of different people's stuff in it. So we probably 2 weeks from we'll have a Christmas New Year's PDF release of this,
Yay!
and we'll actually, thanks to, maybe it's premature to say this now. If you had let me look at your show agenda and then just crumple it up. But Frog God Games is actually, so you said you're talking about why, but they are going to be selling this for us.
Yes. Frog God Games, when this becomes a. Now, is this going to be a physical product or is this a PDF electronics ones and zeros only? Or, or is there secret booty to be gained later?
Currently, my plan kind of, and I'm easily influenced because there's a lot of people who've helped with this, and the person who it's for also, like, I respect and will listen to their opinion, but my plan right now is to vanity print. So Alla Fedorova, who's been working with us on this, had an insane idea to look at like possibly black light reactive covers, which, if that could happen, that
I
would be a
don't. I don't
vanity
think
print, would
we.
be like a super expensive print in a limited quantity of like black light covers kind of
I'm
thing.
just gonna say I don't think we want a black light having anything to do with anything having to do with us. I'm just saying it. No specific reasons. But I don't want this to look like a Jackson Pollock cover.
To
Okay.
look like Blue Man Group
Yeah,
during
I
the.
don't want to look. Yeah. Um, that may
So
have been
well,
inappropriate, but hey.
I think Keelan's art would like screams that classic,
I
you
mean,
know.
this has got Velvet Elvis painting written all over it in the best
Yeah.
possible way.
Yes. Yeah. This is the Velvet Elvis that I want eating my heart and soul.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
and
pretty. Like
and it's not a heart. What is that organ right there being gnawed
that,
on?
that is a lung, as our title, Black Lung. And you can see we argued about this too. We wanted that, but that really subtle titling that Keelan did on the cover, we just thought was pretty neat. Um,
Yeah.
so so do we want to
Is
talk about why? I feel like since you said I couldn't, that's all I can think about now.
oh no, we're totally gonna talk about it. Go. You
Should
were
we
the
do
project manager on this. Sell it, baby.
should we do different music for him?
Oh yeah. That's a little mild. What do you got? Can we get the
My royalty free music repertoire is pretty thin. So this is a project that done for, so like I'm published with Rocky Gardner through Silver Boulay, and this is our really crass manner of trying to raise some money for him and his family during this, and hence we titled him, who's combating lung cancer. We like very aptly named this Black Lung, um, and I'll show you some of the insides too.
and a very diverse rogues gallery of people came together to write or produce art or edit or do layout, just all kinds of stuff. You can see in the credits. Um,
The credits are stunning for this. Like the number of people who wanted to do stuff or who later found out I was doing something and trying to put something together and were like, you didn't ask me to do something, like why?
yeah,
And because I, for me at least, it's a pretty big deal to be like, hey, can you do a free piece of work for me? Because I'm trying to, everybody, as soon as we said it and they understood why, that everybody, no one balked. um and some of them were doing there, but I mean, we have everything in here from, DCC fame, Brendan LaSalle, to the Barrel Maze master himself, Greg Gillespie. Um,
Professor.
like yeah, like this. I mean, it's pretty amazing. We have some one of the I really like Gabe Rotberg, who some of you may know, who hasn't published stuff before. He did this piece for this that is, I, I'm so in love with it. I read it
I
over and
read it.
over.
I'm kind of jealous. I'm kind of pissed off at all the people who just come in, yeah, I've never published anything, and then they kill it in something like this. It's like, don't raise the bar for me.
It better
I'm
be his only one. This better be
yeah,
his magnum opus
yeah. Fuck you,
because it's
Gabe.
good. It's so cool. Like it's just I
Yeah.
really and hold on. I don't know why I'm not even showing you the fanciness of our PDF, right? So there we go. So
Oh my
like a
God.
like
Look
a
at that.
luddite, I'm scrolling through the PDF. Geez, what kind of
Wow.
mantra? So if you purchase the PDF, it is clickable, and it is set up there. So this is and so Gabe did this one, and Ala did the art, and it's just so his is systemless. But the most amazing thing, which like I've already used it in a game I ran for these kids. He has this cave, like it's just so this is a geologist who wrote
Yeah.
a random cave generator that's like
Geology nerd that
it's
we're going to use
amazing.
that. Yeah, we're going to use that all the time. Anytime you
And
go
it's
underground.
and I don't even know how to fully give it its due without you reading it, because like he's got this whole progress stuff. Like you could lift this whole hog from here and just be like, all right, well, I want them to have, 3 big encounters. So that's going to be their progress notes. We're going to measure it in these polls that he set up. And Like it's a really neat system
Yeah,
that you just
I was impressed, especially for a, an introductory shot for a charity zine. It's like, that's that's a pretty solid step out there.
yeah, he for sure dropped the heat on this one.
Yeah.
So I did see Jen Glazer ask about a sequel. Um, I'd like to say that no, we'll never need to raise money for anybody who is suffering that we know.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, I kind of imagine that a project like this may gain some legs, or be something that we can pass off to someone else who needs it,
Yeah.
and be willing to participate and add into.
Well, and
Um,
the nice thing would be is to, for if we can keep the title and rotate people in if it's for a specific if we have to do this again, unfortunately for somebody else.
and we will,
Yeah,
and we will.
we absolutely will. It's not like there's not smokers in our crowd.
Yeah, I think it's also just none of the RPG crowd is young anymore. Like I'm not young anymore, so
Oh, you're still a kid compared to
I'm
some
just a
of us.
baby.
Yeah.
But
Uh, and I will say, because there's been a whole, with the way 2020 goes, and everybody's been kind of reaching out to make sure everybody's okay, because of this incident with Rocky and an incident with a friend of mine, I actually went to the doctor and got checked out, and they removed some tissue from my body that was precancerous. So, because of this and what happened, I dodged a huge cannonball. So, um, take care of yourselves, be
yeah,
legit. Um, don't don't get don't be too proud to go to the doctor.
so yeah, that's you're bringing me down.
Yeah, I know. Okay,
Bringing
so
me down. So let's bring you to a pleasant monster. So here's mine. Well, this one's yours,
that's
I guess.
mine.
We can look at yours. Yeah, this is Skeeter's. I clicked on the wrong one.
Yeah,
So this
so
is
I went with a disease for disease book here,
it's
but
good though, right?
yeah,
So and this is an excerpt of a bigger book that he's doing. And that I just saw that in the monster book that he's doing. They've. I was like, sure, you're working on that stuff. He's a lot done, like a lot done.
well, and
Like they look
I'm
like cool books.
picking up some specialized help along the way. So yeah, it's going to be Tom. Yes, that is exactly what happened. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, right. I'm with Tom too, right? Like, do we really want to like Black Heart? Like, who are we wishing terrible heart maladies
yeah,
on?
no, no, we're
Like,
not gonna.
how about Gold Wallet? Let's just do Gold Wallet next
Yeah,
time, and which everybody.
that'd be perfect.
So I like especially this art that Skeeter personally chose for
Yeah,
this one.
I felt like that really captured the mood. It's very atmospheric.
And I mean, it is a sort of down zine, and it can make you feel sort of blue. So I think that
It's summer sky,
yeah,
you
you,
know, because
you
because everything's gonna be okay.
I believe that color is autumn breeze. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so Skeeters looks cool. I loved this picture too. I just absolutely love this art right here. This is J.E. Shields who did this one. We got some great artists. Here's mine.
That's
So I very
that's scary.
unsubtly made a cancer monster with very unsubtle
And
power.
what is the stat block for your cancer monster?
What do you like?
So
What
yours
system is
is
it
designed
for?
for 5e, right?
Um, I'm not. I don't know anything about additions or OGLs or anything like
Okay.
that. It
Um,
sure looks like it's mechanically similar to something called 5e.
yeah. Uh, like mine is designed for a system that is for classic
That's
dungeon crawling,
that's
or
that's compatible with
that's
systems for
yes,
class.
it's compatible with a crawling up a mutant classically.
That
They could probably be used together.
I think that's kind of the other cool thing about this zine you look at is that like there's like 5 different game systems in here.
Absolutely.
Like you've got like you talk about the DC. So this is LaSalle did a brand new character class for us, and
For
like it's
also
cool.
a classic dungeon crawling compatible
Yeah, it's just
idea.
the people who dropped some stuff, and not just like push off pieces, but some really just really great
Yeah.
material
Nice
that
work. Show the
yeah,
one
really.
from our favorite Ewok.
Which one? Or
Is that is that the Shadowrun
where
one?
did it go? It's the Darkness Within. So this is another burgeoning author.
Yeah.
So this is Jack
Fucker.
Call. For those of you who don't know him, he's newly christened the most handsome man in gaming. Um, but this is a futuristic fantasy sci-fi um, like game compatible. I'm not talking about cyberpunk, so it's not like you got many other choices.
Yeah. I think they have a Seattle source book, maybe.
Some
I don't know.
crawl or sprawl or
Yeah.
but he did his is like this was really great too. He's like and it's the same thing. He leaned into the theme with the medical theme. Allah did his maps, which are like seriously. This is the other reason why we didn't want
Which
to
is
print. Is
extremely
because
ironic.
which well the other reason we didn't want to print is we're like, yeah, so we'll do like black and white, and then someone's like someone like Alyssa Faden's like, oh yeah, here's a beautiful like 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 VTT table worthy
Right.
map. I'm like,
Right.
oh well, shoot.
That's
How is it?
Alyssa breaking the curve for the rest
Yeah,
of
how would
us.
this look in grayscale?
Can I get this in a light beige? How about a perfect toast?
Yeah, he did,
Is that a color?
and Keelan did a bunch of his art too. That like this guy is
Yeah.
crazy. Like he just, I know I'm just showing you art, but um, there's
Hey,
this is just a really
art sells books, man.
it does, but it's like the art is just really well matched to what it is, and like it fits the theme. Each article is
I want
clearly
that for a
different.
Halloween costume.
I think each article is clearly a different feel, which you
Yeah.
don't always get in some of this stuff. But we had, and it came in as a quite lengthy book. It's we're pushing 70 pages, which was our other issue with
And
printing.
this is digest size,
Yeah,
correct?
it's a
Yeah.
digest size. It's tough
So
to tell on a PDF. It doesn't really matter, right?
yeah,
But yeah,
right.
so it is digest size set up for print.
Yeah,
Um,
so that'll
so
be
we should.
good.
I mean, I should be showing you what the actual what the spread looks like, and giving you the 2 page view like this, because this is what it will actually look
Uh-oh.
like,
Hold
right?
on. I gotta change something. My capture is wrong. I look oh shit, now it's gone. I look unprofessional more than
It's
normal.
my fault. You told me not to. You literally said not to do that too.
Uh I am very used to not being listened to by my regular host.
I just want you to know that I heard you. I hear
Oh,
you.
you
I'm
hear me
listening.
and just don't
I'm,
care.
I'm not doing anything about it, but I hear you and I'm
All right.
listening.
Well, I mean, that's better than most of the time.
It's just like a marriage.
Sure. I don't turn around.
Oh my
I
goodness.
I would be afraid if either one of our wives actually watched our show.
I told Beth, I was like, she's like, what, you're doing some game thing? What are you doing?
Well, Jen asked if I wanted her to be my guest host, and I was like, "Yeah, we could do
So
that."
this is truly a true picture of what it will look like, because it's truly the split page like that. Ala did the super cool isometric map, and I believe she discovered a joy of making these. So if you're looking for someone to make these for your RPG
Oh
product,
boy.
you should vigorously contact
Oh
her.
boy. I can
No,
feel her putting the beer down and picking up like a knife or something.
stabbing me. Yeah, so
Yeah,
she made this and she go, it's beautiful. I mean, it truly is beautiful. The detail on it
it
too.
looks
I don't
incredible.
want to zoom again because I'll mess up Skeeter's thing, but like you can see the floating skulls of this adventure because this adventure like unleashes these floating skulls. But like the detail she put into it is,
Yeah,
but the work. I mean, this was it's a lot of work.
yeah,
It
and it
shows.
was, it was done out of a sense of community. I mean, when we first started putting this idea together, everybody was just like, "Hell yeah, I want to do this." So it was great. Okay. No, never again. Fuck you, Ian, is the official word from Allah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
But I
Um,
mean, it's lovely. Like it really. I don't have enough. I I love it.
yeah. It looks great. And as soon as we can get it out to people, it's gonna get out. Should be just in time for Christmas or New Year's gaming. Can get it on PDF, or once we
It'll be
figure
out
out
there.
the Velvet Elvis cover, we'll
So we
we'll
will be selling the PDF in basically like three cost levels to let you kind of donate what you want. All of the anything you make will go to Rocky and his family to help them pay for medical costs and keep their kids fed and all that stuff. So,
flip back to
uh,
the front cover for a minute. I want to
so
show that off because I was just struck with an idea that it would be really cool for some really wonderful donors if they pledged for Black Lung and they got the whole shower curtain size front cover of that.
how,
That would be an amazing offer, and I think the family would really appreciate that.
uh, God, I feel like perhaps that's like a large donation and we would break into someone's house and install that shower curtain, but you
I
know
I
that would
mean
be terrifying.
I
Every
mean,
morning.
yeah, you if we know who pledges the most, that may just appear in your house
It's just
like magic.
just like Tom Tallis, you're getting a new shower curtain.
Surprise. That's going to be set up in your shop.
We could do one of those bug the fog tents,
Yeah.
and do that. Just do four sides, just drop it on his whole house.
Yeah. I'm sure he would appreciate that. It's just like, why is it so dark outside? Why am I in a bubble?
Black lung.
No. Yeah, but like, I don't know, maybe a t-shirt, coffee mug,
So listen,
smoking jacket.
I'm not NPR.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want to put that on a tote
Yeah, no
for
tote,
$85?
no mud. Well, I guess I could sell you a tote for 85 bucks. You got?
Yeah.
I'm sure the kids got one laying
Oh,
around here
wow.
somewhere.
Tom Tullis is actually in here to hear that we're going to tent his house and put that shower
That's
curtain up.
not Tom Tullis. That's some skeleton.
Oh, Kurt Gould asks a great question. Can we pledge to have it set up in someone else's house?
Yeah, wasn't it? I feel like that's the only way you'd want to
I
pledge
mean,
for it, right?
hey,
Like, and
we
I
can
like Kurt more and more when I see this
yeah.
because in text he's much more ruthless
Oh yeah.
than he is in person.
Oh yeah. No, when we had him on the show, he had that illusion of being this just sweet nice guy, but I've got the chat files. I know what it's really like.
We've got the great. We could always ask Krampus to show up if these people misbehave.
Oh yeah. Is it time for a Krampus sighting
Is it
yet?
time for a Krampus appearance? Oh my
Uh
goodness.
okay. So, we are going to do you have any more you want to show from Black Lung? Cuz
I don't know.
we're
Has
going to
anybody?
we're going to
I
move
think
on to our Kickstarter segment if we don't have are there any questions from the peanut gallery?
anybody want
Okay.
to see anything in particular?
So Kendra loves the shower curtain idea we hear. So we'll have to get one of those.
Poor Kendra.
I know. She is a saint for putting up with our shit.
Yeah. She doesn't need. She sent her jewelry or something. I don't know.
Where is the good glazer? Tom, asking that question kind of suggests that there is a good glazer.
Ooh. All right. Watch this as I mess up Skeeter's screen.
Okay. Yep. Just kaboom.
Glue it up.
All right. Well, you're on the screen, which is all that's really important.
I feel like we have the same relationship as the people you're depicting in the back.
Oh no.
I'm not Silver Surfer.
No, you're not. I'm gonna fix the screen, and we're gonna be normal hosts
Right.
ish.
So I'll share again once you've fixed it.
Yeah, please do that because that's kind of what Zach does on a
Yes,
regular
I
basis.
I will not any longer. I apologize for my
Yeah. I okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
There
Yeah.
is so also Zach is not here. We should also put up this public service. Zach is missing. He's been missing for 48 hours. All that was gone was a Battlestar Galactica toy and the corresponding plastic darts that go with it.
Oh no, not
If you
again.
see him, please call us. We're worried about him. He may have choked to death on this toy or poked out his eye.
I'm going with poking out the eye this time because he almost choked once before, so I think he knows.
Does that make him more or less susceptible to further chokings, though?
I don't know what the law of averages are on choking from a space toy. I'm sure there's some empirical data somewhere. Uh,
All caused by an incident with young Zach.
excited nerd child once again screws up a toy. Uh, all right.
Just gold.
We're gonna start with a good friend of the show and last week's guest, Mr. Jim Wampler, and Scientific Barbarian. Um, so Zach and I are taking Goddammit Zach and the small publisher seminar on the road virtually in 2021. We've signed up for TotalCon in February and GaryCon in March or whenever GaryCon happens. Uh, so we're going to do this Hollywood Square style this year. We're going to have 9 people having the small publisher seminar, of which Ian is going to be a part, and I think Rocky's going to be a part as well. And we're going to have some of the people in the chat are going to be there, and it's going to be awesome. And we are going to focus on zines this year, and I think it's especially great that we got the official pronunciation from Jim last week that it is zine. So uh, Levi has to
So,
suck it.
did someone think it was Zine?
That would be Mr. Levi Combs.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he does.
That's a Mazine.
It isn't it amazing?
That he does
Which
not.
I which I almost have to just give him that he may be correct since he pumps these things out like crazy at just an extremely high level.
I mean, linguistically, I'm with Jim. It's like it's in a like epenthetical magazine, a
Well,
zine.
you did also pronounced boulet correctly, so that is in your favor. And when Tim Kask takes your side, right or wrong, you win. The Kask factor is a huge swayer.
Just get behind him and he'll run down anybody in front of me.
Yep. So Scientific Barbarian number 2. For those of you that backed the first one, you know what you got. Great magazine. Um, it's a fantastic little coffee table book. I mean,
It's
it's small, it's digest size, so it
it's
doesn't take
not a
up a lot of
zine.
space, but it's
It's not a
great.
zine.
I mean, look at
His
this
of all of
stuff.
them, his is too nice. I was saying this to you earlier too. It's like
Yeah.
it's too pretty. It's too like it's freaking gorgeous. Like it's glossy covered. I feel like I would buy real estate out of it. I already tried to put in an order for a sable horse, but like no one answered. I just kept calling. Like I'll take two. I
I
mean, one for
I
each
I
car,
think
please.
you I think you have to actually contact Levi, and the little ads that he puts in back of like an occurrence at Howling Crater where you can buy all those old
Yep,
comic book stuff.
I
Yeah,
love that stuff.
but yeah, I mean all of this stuff. Another one of the zines that has these are based on the post-apocalyptic role-playing game of your choice that is primarily D20 based.
So you're looking at just stuff that's out there right now getting kickstarted, then, huh?
This one, for right now, is because this is what I happen to have. I can look at anything you want
I was just
that
asking if you.
that won't get us kicked off YouTube again.
I can't guarantee anything.
Oh, you're gonna share your screen again and make everything go crazy, aren't you?
I promise not to do that. I promise not to do that. There was
Well,
another good one though that I saw that looked.
oh yeah,
I'm
we're
trying.
gonna get to the general ones. I feel like there's an Indiegogo I should probably be showing, but I don't have the brain power to figure that out. So, all
The
right,
one that I was looking at, there's an Indiegogo for what? What are you talking about?
is the Indiegogo for Book of Taverns from Frog God Games.
Oh, okay.
I think it's hard for me to keep track.
I don't know. I could go look and
Okay, so this is going to be RPGs by end date.
so I was looking at one recently that you're looking at I was looking at today. It was The Bone Age, which is
Hello.
another sort of, and it's it's not what you think. But that one looked pretty good to me at least. To me.
So
Um,
there's a ton of these 3D models, STL files. I must caution everyone who is not an awesome 3D printer. Some of these models are not going to work out for you. I got a model that I created on Hero Forge. I got two of them, and neither one of them would print correctly to the point that I had to cut them up and Frankenstein them into one model that actually looks pretty good.
so I think you're right. So yeah, looking at Kickstarters for the STLs, I think this is why I always do stick to the Dragonlock stuff and to Fat Dragon stuff because first of all, he's tested it a gazillion times.
Yeah.
Second of all, when he says it's supportless, he 100% means it. It's not like, yeah, supportless, but they have a spaghetti sword.
Right.
You know, like
Well,
they
yeah,
have
I
a
had
cat of 79 tails. Like,
yeah, I had a model that I was printing and the guy's toe tentacles were all over the print surface, which I didn't love.
yeah,
Um,
that's never a good sign.
no, it's I do I was kind of happy to see Pew Pew Bounty Hunters in Space just because I think that is some spot on branding there. Uh,
It's definitely something.
yeah,
Another.
that's and here we go. Dark Stones, The Cult Begins. Seems like something I would be interested in.
So I do believe that I'm trying to see. I think Glenn still has a project up too, which looked really good.
I was interested in
Bats.
this Conspiracy of Ravens.
He did the. I haven't seen that one. So Bats of St. Albans is an OSR one. It's like Swords and Wizardry. They did. That's only got 3 more days and is like 200% funded. That one looks good, and that one it's first of all it's Glidden, so you know the maps are like intensely
Right.
beautiful. Um, but it's like a vertical map, and he's done. It looked really cool because it just looked really neat because he had like a time tracker. So there's some sort of like timing mechanism in his adventure, and it's also he describes it as a vertical adventure. So it would be really interesting to see like what they did with that.
Yeah.
But it looks like a neat adventure, obviously with like anytime I get a chance to purchase a cathedral mapped by Glenn Seal, I think it's worth
Oh yeah.
it.
Handcrafted stone dice made for tabletop RPGs. I love the idea. I think that's fantastic. I'm not spending $100 for one dice. Sorry, that's where I have to draw my line.
I'm not a dice goblin, so I can't I don't feel it. Dice come and go.
All right, and that is it for the current. We're now up to more than a month to go on these, so those are out. I want
The other
to.
one that looked like a good OSR, it looked like a zine, but it wasn't. Was that knock one? Had you looked at that?
No, I don't know what that one is. Oh,
Um,
did it just pass by?
it might have, but it looks
Oh, yeah.
it's digest size, but it's like it looks like it's a manga, but it looked interesting. It just looked interesting because it was just like a whole bunch of different little articles and stuff. It appeared to be. Um, so,
212 pages of old school magnificence
but
for
it's
us
like,
OSR weirdos.
and if you look at their pictures, they're like better treasure, like an article on better treasure, an article on a trap, a lich, a dungeon checklist. So it looked neat. It just looked like it looked the kind of thing you'd be able to pull at least a few things out of to use for your own games. To me, and for the a price point of 25 euro, so what you're looking at,
Yeah.
like $40, 29 bucks, $30 for a physical copy, for
Jason
40.
Schultes. I'm not supporting that guy. No, I'm kidding. Jason
Oh,
is a
did
great
Schultz
dude.
do yeah, and Skull Fungus did a bunch of
Yeah.
I mean, look at the names too, same thing. Gavin Norman's great. That's it. Just Gavin
Holy
Norman.
cow. They have an original piece by Russ Nicholson. Get a little fiend folio in your business.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty
Yeah,
strong list
I
of
like this.
it looked good though to me. He's got some great artists and great mappers, and Skull Fungus stuff I love. I love Levi loves his stuff too. You can see some of his stuff in the skull cat, like the what's the mushroom one? Why am I blanking? He did some of the art
What
in
are
there.
you talking about?
Hold on, I'll show you. I'll share screen with you.
Please do.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And we're going to throw up a little ad here. Look at those sexy books right there. Woohoo! Very pretty. Hosted by my good friend Jim Wampler at Mud Puppy Games. Subscribe now. Take a look at the entire catalog. Look at that. Scientific Barbarian right there. Out in the wild. It's
It's
both
really good.
scientific and a barbarian.
It's a really good. It's like there's some great stuff in there. I like it
Yeah, this
quite.
has got all of Jim's catalog, including his comics. So check that out. You got glow in the dark dice that actually glow in the dark. I have some. They give off the same amount of radiation as a banana, from what I'm told.
Which is actually about the same as an apple.
Fruit radiation is real, man.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, that is how smart we
What's
are.
right below that? That's weird.
Right below what?
It's Crypt of the Science Wizards. You're just
Oh,
so
that
what system? Since people can't believe that you're going to release other stuff, what system are you going to release this for next?
Crypt of the Science Wizard.
Yeah, have you thought about GURPS or
Um, well, actually, in a because I said I would answer any question 100% honestly, I was going to release a version of this for Call of Cthulhu with a different title, but they never got back to me, so I guess they don't want me.
probably the title you pitched? What did you pitch? Whole of the Science Wizard?
No, it was I don't
Crypto
remember.
Decay.
Yeah.
Crypto Decay.
No, no. It was something very deserty Egyptian, like
That
Houdini
would be a
wandering.
cool. I mean, I definitely see how you could make that a Call of Cthulhu adventure pretty easily.
Oh yeah, no, and that was why I wanted to do it is because I thought it would be super simple
It
to
would be fun to
convert that.
write the investigatory build up to like
Yeah,
getting there. It would be fun.
doing the whole 1920s, setup. So you're Indiana Jones
Yeah,
basically. Oh yeah, uh,
John
it
Purse.
it comes with a fez, the whole thing.
I'll kickstart that for your angel level if I get John Purse with my backing.
Absolutely, that is the goal. But lo and behold, uh, no love from that. So we'll see. Uh,
I am razzing you because you're gonna have a flood year next year with a bunch of stuff from SGP that's gonna be pretty neat.
it could be very interesting. I don't think the owner wants us to get anybody's hopes up, but since I know them, they're in they're in the other room right now. Uh, yeah, there's supposed to be
Providing math assistance earlier.
two separate class books, a monster book, and Crypt of the Science Wizard level 2 next year. Spread out. The class books and the monster book are going to be targeted for a lower price point. So
Well,
put
that's kind
that
of cool.
put that in your smoke and pipe it.
And that you're looking at, it looks like DCC MCC has been giving you a lot of love lately, and
Yeah.
your stuff runs well in it.
Oh yeah, no, I it runs great. A lot of the harebrained ideas that I have really translate pretty easily across to Swords and Wizardry as well. So that automatically means everything's easy to convert. And then really the conversion of 5e, I have some people like Ian McGarty look at it and he goes, "No, you should change this," or "Yeah, that's good."
You
And
should you should not convert it. It's not worth
yeah,
the fun.
this
No.
you should not even be writing. What are you doing?
The 5e conversion is like, so I figure I got 2 more years. I'll get it down from like this is so easy. I could do it in my sleep, and then boom, sixth edition.
It's like a college course, and then it's obsolete as soon as you finish it.
That's it. Yeah, you're like, and there's my 5,000th hour.
Yeah, and damn, sixth edition.
Jim asked his crypto level harder, level two level harder.
Um, actually, it is significantly different. I was surprised, and that was one of the things that I wanted to talk about in the small publisher part. Is I got some anxiety trying to write level 2 because level 1 was pretty well received. And people were like, "Oh, I like this aspect of it." And then level 2 is quite a bit different, but it focuses on different members of the party, which is why it's different. So the first level, you're kind of, using your brains. Second level, you're gonna have to use some weapons.
Well, I think that that was only probably like dumb people would say they wanted more fights in yours because they were too dumb to figure out the puzzles, right?
Well, um, the main fight in there, as much as people say, "Oh, we want to have some more combat and more excitement," it's like that encounter fucks people up a lot. It kills at least 1 to 2 people 50% of the time.
Yeah, that's like the old school players who claim to be very old school, but then they're reaching for dice. Like if I'm rolling and we're playing Swords and Wizardry, I'm already losing. Like oh no, I've had to roll a die. Like whoa, whoa, like
Yep.
I can't talk my way out of this. This
Yeah.
seems
And
excessive.
and that's the thing. That's the nice thing about that, because if you are clever and you use your brain and do some stuff, that's a funnel.
Yeah,
You could totally go through there with 0 level characters and get all the way through it. It would go poorly at certain
and get
spots.
some of them all the way through it,
Yeah, I mean you might get to keep 25% of the entire crew.
which is all you're looking for in a funnel. That's the chaff that falls to the bottom. You
Yeah.
need to let the good stuff rise up.
Yeah, I mean that's the barber who doesn't know how to use his straight razor. I mean
Yeah,
he's
and
got to
has
go.
a luck of six or some luck of four, you know?
Yeah, yeah, he wasn't gonna make it out there in the world anyway. He's not fighting
Well,
a giant.
it's my crappy guys always survive in funnels. So
Oh man, I for Bride of Cyclops Con, I got to play in LaSalle's um, DCC adventure, and it was a funnel, and we got through it, and at the end of it, was it People Under the Stars? Portal Under the Stars? I don't know, whatever it was. We each had like one character that got through it and got to roll and level up, and I love that guy. He's over here. I'm going to use him. I was thinking
yeah,
about trying to get into one of Spawn's last games with that character because it would be awesome.
I
Be a
think
lot of
LaSalle's
fun.
running some stuff too around, doing a lot of online virtual con stuff as well.
Yeah, every time one of the virtual cons pops up, I see his name
Yeah.
pushing
So
the
kind
good
of our
word.
and our next big ones are really Gary Con, Total Con. I
Yeah,
guess if you have any other virtual cons going on, there was that period in the beginning of the year where like everybody, their mother and their mother's dog and parakeet each held a virtual con, and it was
right.
like,
I think that kind of filtered off because people started to figure out that that's a lot of cats to herd. So the bigger cons are still doing it to keep
and
everybody
doing it
together.
pretty well too. Like I think everything that I've tried so far has been like virtual game hole con was very smooth,
Yeah, that
like very smooth, very easy. Like I didn't like I did not do a lot of dry running before that con of getting into my room or figuring out how to do it. And it was like super simple. So I hats
yeah
off to them.
yeah it's pretty easy to figure out. I know I am running at TotalCon. We're doing the small publisher seminar on Thursday that Ian is also going to be a part of, and I think I am running Saturday and Sunday, 2 playtest sessions, and I think it's GaryCon where I'm running Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just because Friday
I got
is weird sometimes because I'm on the Pacific Coast. So I'm still at work when everybody's actually enjoying their lives.
you and everybody else on the West Coast. You are not alone. I'll let you know that.
So that's uh, that's what's happening there. All right. So anybody in the chat have a wild last question for the giant leprechaun or myself? We will be taking questions for all of maybe 15 seconds. I got to put a time limit on it, or some of these reprobates will.
Well, you just so generally like when I present professionally and stuff, what I do is I say, "Are there any questions?" And then if someone raises their hand, I go, "All right, well, thank you. You guys all have a great day."
Yeah, absolutely. No, I've done that in official airplane manufacturing meetings.
Can't you can't email me with your questions, but try to anyways.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna leave a number out of my email address.
Leave. I have some business cards of other people's you could use.
Yes, I know you do. I still think that was great.
Yeah, that was
Ooh,
pretty.
oh, so we have a food question.
So the charcuterie chalet. Honestly, I think I am gonna make one closer to Christmas when I've got a little time off. But like on hand, like I could put together a decent charcuterie chalet right now. Um,
I'm still interested in maybe for President's Day doing the Abraham Lincoln log cabin out of pepperoni sticks. I
I
thought
like
that
that.
was I thought that
You
was a fun
do
idea.
a meat cherry tree or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that?
yeah, I'm sure I could do that with some bacon or something.
I think, yeah, I think it's the thing that's throwing me about the charcuterie chalet is the structure, like the whatever you're using as a sort of chassis to hang meat on. Is
Yeah, that's gonna be. You could do it with some very crisp bacon.
I You need something a little pliable to like. That's your My other thought is you just get a whole ham and you just carve it like an ice sculpture.
Oh
Just
my God. Yes, I'm going to burrow into this roast beef. Just
That's just just go to the deli and be like,
actually,
I'd like
with
a ham. And they say, what? You say that ham right there, I want the whole thing, like all 8 pounds or 20
yeah,
pounds of
get a
it.
honey ham. You could carve it into like an Airstream trailer. Just like cut it into half and have it.
Well, I think you do a bust, right? You cover a ham, you felt like I'll
That
carve it
that makes sense.
anniversary, I'm gonna carve you a ham person of you, a hamakin. If you ham
Hammocken. I like
mannequin,
that.
just your face.
You mean a homunculus?
All right, add that to Skeeter's monster book, the
Yes,
ham ankylos.
the homunculus. Yeah, it looks like a miniature orc, but it's
Okay.
actually your little buddy.
Pig, clearly a pig faced orc.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was that was fantastic. I should do
Oh,
the, we should do what on video? I'm not doing anything with Ian on video. No.
ham ankylos. Oh,
I think this is your charcuterie building on
I think
video.
ham ankylos would be a great B movie, right? I think the Homunculus this summer he's tasting too salty. Like right, like you could like there's so many good ones.
Yeah, because like everybody, the shitty summer wait staff could be all like the teenagers that normally get killed in a horror movie,
There's just too many good ones.
and everybody fights with butcher knives, and
You
you
do the
know,
intro story where they're making the ham and they thought they cured him.
yeah, where did where
Oh.
did this ham come from?
Well, there's my next adventure. Stay tuned.
So Alla has offered to do art for a holiday monster book featuring the homunculus.
Oh, it needs to be. I say we do a holiday video with stop motion animation and we actually carve the ham and animate it.
If I could do that, that would be so amazing. Oh my God. This
Oh,
has been a fantastic pirate radio version of Goddammit Zach. Thank you very much, Ian McGarty from Silver Boulay, for stepping up and showing off the Black Lung
yeah,
zine, which now I was going to show, but you're not sharing, so that's all
yeah.
right.
Let's stay tuned. A couple weeks, you will see it live up there. We will push it out, and like we said, several different levels you can choose to pay what you'd like, which of those you'd like. But 100% of the cast is going to support that family.
Yep. and we will have a lot of information on that on this show and posted all over the Facebooks, unless Zuckerberg somehow throws Rocky back in jail, in Facebook jail again. I mean,
again.
how shitty is that? He's a lung cancer survivor and you put him in jail? That's not
At,
right.
at least he has Matt Roberts to keep him company.
Yeah, those two in jail. That would be fantastic. I'm gonna need a closed circuit live feed of that all day. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. This is Skeeter Green for Goddammit Zach, and Goddammit Zach, come back to the show